This book test is getting reactions just like this.
You're thinking of headscarf.
Bro, there's so many words are in that damn book.
Superhero, superhero.
That's crazy.
Is it all hullabaloo, or is this the best book test on the market to date? Let's find out. G'day champion, how are you? Welcome back to Murphy's Magic Stumped. My name of course is Bo Creamer. Thank you so much for joining me on this absolutely chef's kiss of a Tuesday. Now I hope you're sitting back relaxed because today we are doing a deep dive into The End by Angelo Carbone. Now if you love book tests and mentalism, stick around to later on the episode where we have the mentalism bundle to give away and I'll show you how to enter that competition. Now this was only released a couple of days ago, but it's already getting massive hype amongst the magic community. And many of you have questions. Like, what's the memorization like? Is it hard? And can the book be examined? These are all great questions, which we're going to check out in today's episode. And with the words, every letter feels like a hit, even myself, I need to know more about this book test. Now, if you're not familiar with Angelo Carbone, he's an incredible creator, creating such effects as The Gift. This has been a bestseller for years, and it still is performed by magicians all around the world because it's amazing. Now, I'm sure you've all seen the trailer by now, but if you haven't, there's a link in the description below right now where you can check it out. But today we are checking out the reactions of Hav and Matt when they're in the car on their way back from the university, talking about the reactions that they got from the spectators. Gents, over to you.
They're not expecting it. So the moment you, they don't know what's going on, right? So the moment you start revealing parts of the word,
did you see that?
Like,
that guy, that guy's eyes like almost popped out of his head.
And I didn't even say the whole word.
I know,
He was just like, what? How does he know that that's there? You know, like,
I've never seen people like run away after in like a reaction of a book test. They like ran around. It was so good.
And then we kept doing magic tricks.
Oh,
and the dude was shaking.
I know.
He couldn't even pick a card. He's like, I'm like, are you okay?
Well, they kept talking about it too. Like after we showed them like a couple other things, and they were like, they kept going back to the.
They wouldn't let it go.
The candle.
They wanted it. They're like, I didn't even know what the word was. I was picturing a candle. I did it to this lady in the elevator.
Oh yeah.
You know? Like I'm just like, oh, can you help me out? And here I just gave her a book, and it's like, do you mind opening up? Just look at a word, one word.
We followed her out of the elevator.
And did the trick as we're walking by. Like,
oh my god.
Oh man, I just love that magicians love this effect as much as the spectators. I can't wait to find out everything that you need to know about The End by Angelo Carbone. Now let's check out the explanation right now.
This portion of the show is brought to you by the inflatable magic wand. Just blow them up and watch the fun.
Alright, so the explanation is loaded up, ready to go. I can see off the bat that it goes for a little over an hour and 15 minutes. So let's get straight into it. Wait, what? Oh, Angelo, he's literally thought of everything. We'll go over more on that in just a second, but Billy Bob George does this. Oh yeah, we'll go over more in a section, but he's literally thought of everything, absolutely everything, and I mean that. That reaction though is so good. Oh man, I love this. Actually, Titanus, that is a good routine. That is actually really like that. Very clever. Very. Oh, Lloyd. Actually, I really like that. That's very clever, Lloyd. Very clever. Oh, in case you haven't noticed by now, Lloyd makes an appearance with some ideas. I just love those reactions. Alright, so that's the end of the explanation. Done, dusted, finished, kaput. Now, there's a lot to go over, and a lot that I actually want to test out myself. So without any further ado, let's jump into the full breakdown of The End by Angelo Carbone. Oh, okay, I just finished the explanation. There's so much information in this, you could say it's an informative palooza.
nailed it.
Now let's get into the full breakdown of The End by Angelo Carbone. Starting with the tutorial, is it well shot? Does it look really clean, crisp, tasty and delicious? Absolutely. It's shot by Hav and Matt in the Murphy studio. What you're seeing on screen right now is exactly how it looks if you were to watch this at home. There's also some live performances of the guys at a university where everything is also crystal clear to understand. If there's ever a time where they're walking away, there's subtitles that come up on the screen, but you can understand and follow along every step of the way. There's also multiple camera angles in the explanation, and Hav goes over everything in great detail. Now you may be saying, Bo, stop right there. All I need to know is how expensive is this release? Well, good question, my friend. It's available right now for $99.95. There's a link in the description below where you can pick it up at a magic shop, or it's available worldwide at your favorite magic shop. So make sure you check it out. Now you may be thinking, Bo, I need to be an expert level magician to be able to pull off this miracle, right? Well, absolutely not, my friend. You can still be a beginner magician and absolutely destroy minds. In a good way. Okay, so now let's do some role play. You're sitting at home and you're, who's at the door? It's the postman. He's like, hey, I've got this present for you. Gives you the box. You crack it open. It's The End by Angelo Carbone. What do you get inside the box? Well, first of all, you get a really cool box that actually looks like a book that houses everything you need to know. Let's start off with the book. The book is in so much detail. Angelo has actually read other books in the same style that he wants this book to be written in, so you can actually read through the book and it reads like a normal book. There's also an incredible Easter egg hidden into the book, which is really fun, but the book itself resembles other genres of books out there, down to the font inside the book. He's gone through and thought of absolutely everything. I can't go over too much of the specifics inside this book, but Angelo has done everything that he likes about other book tests, incorporated them into this, taken out the bits that he hasn't liked, and made this look like an exact book that you'd pick up at a bookshop. Even down to the fact that when you turn it over, the barcode on the back has published by Penguin Books. Although it wasn't published by Penguin Books, but it looks the part. You also get a booklet written by Angelo Carbone that goes over everything that you learn on the online instructions, plus a little bit more. And with that said, you obviously get your online instructions, plus a few other secret bits, which I can't show right now for obvious reasons. Alright, with all this tasty goodness, you now may be asking, who will be performing The End by Angelo Carbone? Well, if you're a stage or parlor performer, this is absolutely perfect for you. If you're a mentalist, it can't get any better than that. Now also, if you're a close-up walk-around magician, this is absolutely perfect for you as well, because you can do this from table to table and have different hits at each different table. It is that good. But Bo, is that possible? Well, absolutely, my friend. We're going to cover everything that you learn in just a second, but first things first, let's get into this week's giveaway. But before we get into this week's giveaway, we need to find out who won last week's bundle. So drum roll, please. Congratulations, my friend, you're the winner of last week's bundle. If you could email me just here, I'll get that prize out to you quicker. You can do the surprise to go for. Now onto this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the Mentalism bundle, all you need to do is comment below what word you would have revealed in a book. Whatever the word, whatever the language, let me know in the comment section below. I'll choose someone out at random and you'll be announced in next week's video. So good luck. Also, if you haven't checked out last week's episode of Stumped, make sure you do. Card on screen right now. Check it out straight after this episode. I break down absolutely everything you need to know about this incredible effect. Alright, the juicy bits. What are you going to learn in this explanation? Well, to kick things off, you get a live performance. Then into why Angelo created this effect. You're then going to learn the method, how to memorize the force words, one of Ty Tennis's routines, some additional ideas, some troubleshooting, plus some extra bonus behind the scenes footage. Okay, so that's kind of the table of contents out of the way. Let's get into a deep dive of the method. This talks about memorization and a version where you don't have to memorize anything. The version without memorizing anything is absolutely beautiful. This is why it's a beginner level magician. You can perform this anywhere and not have any worry about anyone noticing what you're doing. Now the memorization itself. I actually want to test this and see how well I can memorize this and how long it takes me. So remind me, editor, to put in some footage here of me after I've memorized the work and how long it's actually taken me to memorize the 19 words. Okay, so I actually remembered to shoot this footage. It's been a day since I shot that explanation breakdown video. In case you don't know, I shoot everything a couple of days ahead of schedule. I shot that on Saturday. It is now Sunday. We're about to head to the in-laws for lunch, but I wanted to give you a quick breakdown and an update on what I've learned. Nailed it. Well, 24 hours and I know all the words. Now, obviously, for the 24 hours, I wasn't learning the words and practicing them for 24 hours straight. I had other things to do and I was doing other things, but throughout the day, I would test myself, practice, test, practice, test. Now this morning, as I got up, went through the list, got all the words right that I tested myself on, and then I went up to my wife, gave her the list, got her to remember one of those words out of the list, and got it right. Got her to do it another 4 times, got all those right as well. I just can't get over how easy and how simple this is to learn. It is really, really good. Yeah, great method. Okay, I gotta go. Mwah, beautiful, beautiful method. Now you only need to remember 3 things. Angelo's actually been super clever, done so much research into this that is really, really clever. He's revolutionized and created a whole new method on which is really, really interesting. I wish I could talk more about it. Very clever, Angelo. Very, very clever indeed. Super smart thinking, and I'm not kidding when I say he's thought of everything. So much detail in the way you get to those memorized words. It's just so clever that every letter is seen as a hit and doesn't feel like you're fishing at all. But if you don't want to memorize it, like I said, there's a super simple way to get those words out and blow some minds. Now it all comes down to this. Is the video likable? Well, yes, 100% it is. All you need to do is hit that like button just down there and just down there. It lets the algorithm know that you like watching the content as much as I like creating it for you. Cheers, champion. Now back onto the book. Is it examinable? Well, absolutely. You give the book to the spectator, they can read through it, they can read sentences, they can read paragraphs to make sure it reads like a real book. Carry this book in your backpack, get it scuffed up and destroyed. Make it look like you read this book every single day. Or leave it clean and pristine. It's completely up to you and your performance style. Either way, this book is made to be examined. Like I mentioned earlier, Angelo has gone into so much detail into this book to make it look so authentic and real, down to the paragraphs, the text, the font, the scripting, the words inside the book actually reads like a real book. Angelo has gone into so much detail into this book to make it look like you just picked it up off the shelf and given it away to perform. Now, what are the angles like? Can you perform this surrounded? Well, absolutely you can. This was created to be performed surrounded. Now, if you're performing the assisted version, there are some angles you need to worry about, maybe depending on the way you perform it, but also have covers everything you need to know about this in the explanation, so you don't really need to worry about anything at all, so disregard what I just said. But if you're performing the memorized version, baby, there's no need to worry about angles. It's all up here. So good. Perform with someone on your head, they still won't see a thing. Okay, so that's like the full breakdown of The End by Angelo Carbone, so let's get to a nice little wrap up of this effect. This is where you can experience the revolution in mind reading with the End book test. Prepare to elevate your performances to new heights with The End, a remarkable new book test that simplifies the art of mind reading, allowing you to effortlessly reveal your spectators' innermost thoughts. Angelo has ingeniously transformed a known principle to create the most fooling and astonishing experience. Embrace the ease and elegance of The End as you leave behind confusing techniques and dubious moves. The book test is straightforward, direct, and pristine, giving you the power to captivate the audience without any gimmicks or complications. The End presents itself in an unassuming paperback book published by Penguin Books. With 326 cream-colored pages, the 5.5 by 8.5 digest-size format is designed to appear as realistic as possible. Being the most popular size in fiction titles, Angelo himself has penned the intriguing and enjoyable story, ensuring the book looks and feels like an ordinary everyday read. It's also completely hands-off. There's no peeking. Like I mentioned, there's a no memorization option included, large bank of easy to remember words, very easy to perform, and spectator never feels like you miss. It also includes written instructions for those that like to read. There's one book, one spectator, one word, unparalleled amazement. For hard-hitting, ultra-clean mentalism, don't start at the beginning, start at the end. Now, if you want to see more on The End by Angelo Carbone, link in the description below right now to a magic shop, or you can get it worldwide at your favorite magic shop for $99.95. And like I said before, you need a skill level of a beginner magician to do it. Now that's it for this episode. If you do have any questions on The End, please throw them in the comment section below. Use the hashtag #QuestionTime so I can find them amongst all the competition entries. Now, I'll let you get back to your Tuesday, champion. I'll see you tomorrow on a What's New This Week, on Saturday for our Saturday Sorcery, or on our Discord for our weekly jams, trivia, games, hangouts, and even more. Now take care, see you later, bye for now. Whoa, look at this. Well, so much good magic in there, you need to check this out. You're not going to regret it. I pinky promise you. Oh, whoa. Look at this. This shining diamond over here. What is this? Beautiful. You probably should click that if you haven't subscribed yet. But then you should definitely check out this, because this is good. Treat yourself.